What's up, guys? Welcome back to my Q&A for this week. It's September 8th. I want to thank you guys for, again, taking part in my Q&A. So let's get started. My first question is from Amber. If you could change anything that has happened in your life, what would it be? My answer is nothing. Uh, I wouldn't change anything because if I didn't make the decisions that I did in my life, I wouldn't have learned from them. And if I didn't go down the path that I chose to go down, I wouldn't be here where I am today. And I'm perfectly happy with where I am, so I wouldn't change a thing. Second question is from Rich. What regrets do you have from your wrestling career? I don't believe that I have any regrets from my wrestling career. I believe that the only thing that I wish that I would have done more of is hit the gym more, because when I was coming out of high school, and even in high school, I just didn't like the gym at all, because I was a scrawny little kid, and I just didn't like lifting weights next to guys that can lift heavy weights. But after some hard work that I've put in, now I can obviously lift heavier than I used to when I was in high school. So now I don't mind it as much. I still hate the gym, but I wish I would have hit the gym harder when I was starting out my career. It would have been more helpful now. My third question is from Jen, and she gets two this week. Um, she's gonna re-ask the question from last week that I didn't answer. I guess it got cut off or something of that sort. But she asked, whatever happened with the Mat Frat? The Mat Frat is basically on pause right now. I can't exactly say where the status of it is because I don't even know. I just know that it's basically being revamped, and it's still in the progress of being plugged and pushed and everything of that sort. So within due time, I'm pretty sure that you'll start seeing some more things come up. So stay tuned for that. And your second question is, what is the craziest or weirdest thing a fan has ever did or said to you? Um, I believe that the weirdest thing that any fan has ever done was, I had a group of teenage girls, probably about like 13, 14 age. They chased after my car. There was about like four or five of them, and I remember my nephew was with me, and he was like looking out the back window, like, "Uncle, why are they chasing the car?" And I'm like, "They really like to see Uncle." Um, so that's probably the craziest thing. They just people just chasing after me. Next question is, and I apologize if I mispronounce this. Bandolero. He asks, "What's the hardest thing of pro wrestling training?" The hardest thing of being going through the pro wrestling training, besides the training itself, is sticking to it. Um, I mean, when I first started training, there was a long list of guys that started training with me, and one by one, everyone dropped. So just sticking to it is probably the hardest thing, um, and just because a lot of the training nowadays is not actually hard. For some of the places that I've seen that kids are going to, compared to what I had to go through, because I got the crap kicked out of me and everything of that sort. So yeah, I would say just the hardest thing of pro wrestling training is sometimes just sticking to it. Um, Dominique asks, "Do I like Aerosmith?" I do like some Aerosmith. I'm not huge on them. I like some of their songs. I have a couple songs of theirs, um, but not one of my most favorite bands. But I do like them. Next question is from Jason. Besides making it to either TNA or WWE, would there be a place where you could wrestle for a promotion and say that I've made it as a wrestler? Um, as long as wrestling would continue to be my full time job and I can support my family and everything of that sort, then I can say I made it as a wrestler. So wherever that is, as long as I'm supporting myself and my family, then that's more than enough for me. My next question is from Melissa. If something happened, knock on wood, and there was no way you could wrestle anymore, what would you do? Probably the first thing I would do is go back to college. Long story short, I didn't get to finish college. It was really out of my control. Just kind of life just kind of took its own path, and I didn't get to finish. I was literally two classes away from finishing, which makes me the most upset about it. But I'd probably go back and I'd probably get into business because now that I believe that I have a knack for the business aspect. I would really like to be more involved with that rather than the graphic design that I originally went for. Uh, my next question is from, I believe it's Jamie, but I'm gonna call her Ipo for this one. How do you keep yourself personal? How do you keep your personal issues or stress apart from your career so you can stay motivated and focused all the time? Um, I'm not exactly sure how I would be able to tell somebody to just separate them because you can say it, but it's easier said than done. Um, but I believe that since I am so motivated to, make professional wrestling my one and only thing, I think that when you're stuck in a dead end job and then you get out and you go to the gym and you push yourself through the gym and you basically keep telling yourself, the harder you work here, the better the outcome's going to be at the end. So I think that, once I get out of, the dead end job, it's basically, that's my motivation because I don't want to go back there or I don't want to be there anymore. So that's what really helps a lot. My next question is from Veronica, and she also gets two questions this week because her question got deleted last week somehow. Um, if a movie was being made on you and you could choose the actor to play you, who would you choose and why? Um, I'm not exactly sure what actor I would pick to play me. Um, I've been told a lot that I look like Jacob from Twilight. So I guess since he is on the up and coming and a lot of girls like him because of the whole Twilight thing, I think I would pick him just because I think the movie would make, better money then, as opposed to an actor that might look more like me. So I would probably pick him, um, and I have already explained why. So there's you go. Here's your second question. What do you hate most in a person? I believe what I hate most is laziness. I absolutely hate laziness. You know, just the fact of, and no motivation. Laziness and no motivation. Because I constantly have to deal with people that ask me questions about health and fitness, which I don't mind. I'm always willing to help out. But then I see people that like I'm trying to help them, and then they just like make excuses of why they can't follow through with it. Like I get asked what are better things to eat, and I'll give them examples like egg white omelets or anything of that sort, and then they go and eat French toast. It's like obviously I didn't say that, so those kinds of things, just laziness, no motivation. Just I'm the type of person that if I want to better myself, then I'm going to no matter what it is, and to see somebody else not do that, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Next question is from Dylan. Can you help me train to become a great pro wrestler like you when I'm old enough? Yes, I can. As long as I'm around and I'm training people, then that's not a problem at all. So just keep in contact with me. You're obviously already added me on Facebook, so it's not that hard. Next question is from a Bill. How come you look so small in your pictures when you work out? Um, I might look so small in pictures because I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm only 185 pounds, so I'm not the biggest guy in the world. But if you would like me to look bigger in my pictures, it's going to take me a little longer because unlike some people that I know, I don't have any needles in my butt. So it's probably going to take me a little longer. So don't pop my pimples on the back because there are none. Um, okay, next set of questions. Next one is from Tommy. If you can have one person manage one of your matches, who would it be? Definitely Bobby the Brain Heenan because Bobby is obviously one of the Hall of Fame managers, and just watching his DVD and just hearing how quick he is and how well of knowledge that he has for the business, I would absolutely love, love, love Bobby Heenan to be in my corner for a match if he's healthy enough. I'm not sure what his health is right now. Next question is from a Douglas. Why don't you have an apostrophe after flying? And actually, four people like this question. Um, and the reason that I don't have an apostrophe is because it's pointless. Uh, Now, should there be one? Yeah, probably. But you know what? We're in the world of texting and all these other. We're taking shortcuts for everything. So I'm taking a shortcut by not hitting the apostrophe button. So that's my reasoning. Next question is from Daniel. What's my favorite Bud Carson memory? My favorite Bud Carson memory is seeing him uh, nub rub people in the face. That's probably that's probably my favorite one. You got one like on that from a Angel. I don't know. I don't know who Angel is, but yeah, that's probably my favorite one. Just watching him, nub rub people.